Before there were countries, before there were kings, there was the water. 140 million years ago, the world literally tore itself apart. As Africa and South America drifted away, a massive scar was left in the Earth's crust, the Benue Trough. It was a giant funnel, waiting for a purpose. For eons, the Great Niger River acted like a conveyor belt. It carried the pulverized remains of mountains and ancient forests, dumping them into the Atlantic. Inch by inch, the land marched into the sea. Beneath this new land, nature was cooking a secret, layers of organic death, pressed under billions of tons of sand, transforming into a thick, black nectar. Then came the people. The Ajor, the Itsekiri, the Yahobo, masters of the swamp. They didn't just survive here. They built canoe houses, sophisticated merchant states. That turned these labyrinthine creeks into the busiest highway in Africa. But the highway brought shadows. First, the slave coast, where human lives were traded for brass and gin. Then, as Europe's machines began to hunger for grease, the trade shifted. The slave coast became the oil rivers. Not petroleum, not yet, but palm oil. In 1956, the two histories collided. The ancient geological secret was finally unearthed in a village called Olobiri. The oil rivers found a new meaning. This black gold promised to turn a new nation, Nigeria, into a global titan. But the promise was a double-edged sword. The wealth flowed out to world capitals and distant skyscrapers, while the soot fell on the mangroves. Figures like Ken Saro-Wiwa rose to speak for the earth, paying the ultimate price. Ken Saro-Wiwa is a central figure in Nigerian history, specifically regarding the environmental and human rights struggles of the Ogoni people in the Niger Delta. His prices were paid across several dimensions: his career, his freedom, and ultimately, his life. The Delta became a landscape of paradox, the source of a nation's lifeblood, and the site of its deepest scars. Today, the river still flows. The Delta continues its ancient push into the sea, a place born of shifting tectonic plates, built by the grid of traders, and defined by a resource that is both its greatest blessing and its heaviest cross. The oil may one day run dry, and the borders of nations may shift, but the river always finds its way to the sea. The story of the Delta isn't finished. It is being written every day by the tide, the silt, and the unbreakable spirit of the people who call this water home. The Niger Delta is a place where deep earth geology meets the high-stakes drama of human history. It's a story of survival, wealth, and the heavy price of progress. Hit that follow button. Drop a comment on which part of the Delta story surprised you most, and join me for the next chapter.